Hello and welcome to Gospel Gleanings for this Sunday, April the 14th, 2024. My brothers and sisters, on this third Sunday of Easter, we hear from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 24, verses 35 through 48. The two disciples recounted what had taken place on the way and how Jesus was made known to them in the breaking of bread. While they were still speaking about this, he stood in their midst and said to them, "Peace be with you." But they were startled and terrified and thought that they were seeing a ghost. Then he said to them, "Why are you troubled, and why do questions arise in your hearts? Look at my hands and my feet, that it is I myself. Touch me and see, because a ghost does not have flesh and bones as you can see I have." And as he said this, he showed them his hands and his feet. While they were still incredulous for joy and were amazed, he asked them, "Have you anything here to eat?" They gave him a piece of baked fish. He took it and ate it in front of them. He said to them, "These are my words that I spoke to you while I was still with you, and everything written about me in the law of Moses and in the prophets and Psalms must be fulfilled." Then he opened their minds to understand the scriptures. And he said to them, "Thus it is written that the Christ would suffer and rise from the dead on the third day, and that repentance for the forgiveness of sins would be preached in his name to all the nations, beginning from Jerusalem. You are witnesses of these things." My brothers and sisters, two topics about our gospel reading this weekend come to mind for me: wounds and witnesses. So, as you see in the gospel, Jesus is unafraid to show his wounds. He shows the wounds of his hands and feet. And sometimes in our lives, we are embarrassed of our wounds. Sometimes we try to hide our wounds. But they are a powerful witness, and they unite us to Christ's suffering, death, and resurrection. Oftentimes, human nature causes us to try to circumvent the cross. We try to go under the cross. We try to go over the cross. We try to go around it. But true salvation, true sanctification is found going through the cross like Jesus had done. Therefore, our wounds should be embraced. They unite us to Jesus Christ in a powerful and special way. And through our wounds, we are witnesses. Christ says, "You are witnesses of these things." So today, we are called to witness in the same way, to go and proclaim the gospel of Jesus Christ to all that may listen, to witness to the power of Christ's resurrection. And we are imperfect witnesses because we are plagued by the effects of original sin. But we must not be discouraged to go out and be witnesses. Sometimes that's how we deal with our wounds, how we inspire others to follow Jesus Christ. I invite everyone watching to search for those wounds in their lives, whether they be physical, mental, emotional, and pray and discern how Christ may be using those wounds to bring you to himself, and then offer those wounds to Christ. Surrender them to him. He will make you holy by your wounds and unite them to his wounds. And he will make of you a great witness. He will open your mind then to understand the scriptures, because in fact you have entered into the scriptures as well. May we not be troubled by our wounds. Instead, may we allow Christ to make us witnesses of the great mystery of our faith. Thank you, and have a wonderful weekend.